Good morning and welcome to another live broadcast here at the Government Information Center. I'm your host, Twafisha Fombabi, and thank you so much for joining us. Today we have a cabinet briefing from the Ministry of Labour, Industrial Relations and Employment Creation. You too can be part of this conversation by following our social media pages. For Facebook, it's Ministry of Information and Communication Technology, and for YouTube, it's MICT Namibia. Please welcome me or join me, and I'm delighted to welcome and introduce the Honorable Utoni Nuyoma. A very good morning to you, sir, and thank you very much for being here. How are you this morning?
I'm okay, thank you.
Okay, you may go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you.
Fellow Namibians, good morning. In June 2024, the Cabinet of the Republic of Namibia endorsed the submission of the Minister of Labour, Industrial Relations and Employment Creation to introduce the national minimum wage of $18 per hour pursuant to the Labour Act of 2007. This was done after consideration of the report and the recommendations of the Wages Commission based on its thorough country-wide investigations, consultation with the Tripartite Labour Advisory Council, and upon obtaining expert advice, as a result, an official notice of the wage order setting the national minimum wage was published in the Government Gazette of the 7th of August 2024. I'm pleased to announce that on the 1st of January 2025, the minimum wage for all Namibian workers except domestic workers and agricultural workers will be $18 per hour. This means that the wages of the workers who are currently earning less than $18 must be adjusted to at least $18 per hour. The minimum wages for domestic and agricultural workers will be increased gradually over a period of 3 years until they reach $18, and this will be done as follows. For domestic workers, $12 per hour, effective of the 1st of January 2025, $15 per hour, effective 1st of January 2026, and $18 per hour, effective 1st of January 2027. With regard to agricultural workers, $10 per hour effective 1st of January 2025, $14 per hour effective 1st of January 2026, and $18 per hour effective the 1st of January 2027. The minimum wages must be paid in cash or cash transfer and may not be reduced by rations or other in-kind donations. Any increase in the national minimum wage during the 3-year period will also apply to these groups. The introduction of the national minimum wage marks a significant milestone in our nation's journey towards social equity and economic justice. For too long, countless Namibians have worked tirelessly, often under very harsh conditions, yet have struggled to make ends meet. They have contributed to our economy, built our communities, and shaped the fabric of our society. all while facing the burden of inadequate pay. This is not merely a matter of economics, it is a matter of dignity, respect, and fairness. Currently, Namibia has minimum wages in the 3 sectors that were set through collective bargaining agreements that the minister has ordered to be extended to the entire sectors pursuant to Section 71 of the Labor Act of 2007. This covers the security sector, whereby the minimum wage is currently $8.75 per hour. The agricultural sector, $6 per hour, plus food rations and accommodation and so on. And the construction sector, where the wages for job categories differ, with the lowest wage being $17.83 per hour. In addition, the current minimum wage for domestic workers set by the wage order is $9.03 per hour. Other sectors have remained at the mercy of wage offers by the employers, most of which has been very low, as we know. This resulted in most employees settling for less for the sake of putting bread on the table. Article 95 of the Namibian Constitution, subsection E, requires the state to adopt policies aimed at, I quote, ensurance that workers are paid a living wage adequate for the maintenance of a decent standard of living and the enjoyment of social and cultural opportunities. End of quote. Although the new minimum wage is not yet a living wage, it is a first step in the right direction. Therefore, the introduction of the national minimum wage is not just a policy change, but a commitment to the core values that define Namibia as a nation. It is a pledge that government will work to ensure that every worker, regardless of occupations, receive a fair wage that reflects the dignity of his or her labor and the cost of living in our beloved country. The extensive consultation by the ministry have highlighted the urgent need for a system that protects our most vulnerable while encouraging economic growth. This national minimum wage will not only uplift those at the bottom of the pay scale, but also stimulate our economy by increasing the purchasing power and fostering consumer spending. I want to assure you that this decision has not been taken lightly. We have thoroughly examined the economic implications and thought to strike a balance that supports both workers and employers. In implementing this national minimum wage, the ministry is committed to work hard to achieve compliance and protection of workers' rights. Our labor inspectors will be empowered to enforce the wage order, ensuring that no worker is left behind and that every Namibian have access to fair remuneration as promulgated. As we embark on this important journey, we must remember that this is just the beginning. The introduction of the national minimum wage is a stepping stone towards broader labor reforms and economic policies that prioritize the well-being of all Namibian workers. We will continue to work together, engaging our social partners to refine our approach and address the challenges that lies ahead. You know that our social partners are the trade unions, the employers, as well as other important partners like the ILO, the International Labour Organization. Now to our employers, as we continue to foster a fair, equitable working environment for all employers, I wish to take this opportunity to emphasize the importance of complying with the national minimum wage. The implementation of the national minimum wage is not only a legal obligation, but also a moral responsibility. It serves as a critical measure to ensure that all workers receive fair compensation for their labor, promoting dignity, stability, and a better quality of life. And also to reduce, our country is classified as one of the most unequal society. These are all measures aimed at really reducing this high inequality. I urge all employers to review their wage structures and ensure that they align with the new minimum wage. By doing so, you contribute to a stronger economy and a more motivated, productive force. Compliance is essential for creating a level playing field in our labor market, ensuring that all businesses can strive while supporting their employees adequately. I understand that some employers may face challenges in adopting to the national minimum wage. However, I assure you that our ministry is here to provide guidance and support as you navigate these changes. I therefore encourage open dialogue and collaboration to ensure that we work together towards sustainable solution. By complying with the national minimum wage, we are not only upholding the rule of law, but also investing in the future of our workforce and our economy. To our trade unions, as we embark on the implementation of the national minimum wage, it is crucial that we reflect on the importance of continued collective bargaining as a cornerstone of our labor relations. Collective bargaining has long been the bedrock of our labor movement, empowering workers to negotiate not just fair wages, but for better working conditions, job security, and respect in the workplace. It shall therefore remain as a testament to your commitment to upholding the dignity of every worker. With the introduction of the national minimum wage, Namibia takes a significant step towards ensuring that every individual receives fair compensation for his or her labor. This is a historic achievement, but it is only the beginning. The minimum wage sets a standard that we must not lose sight of. The fact that many sectors in industry require further negotiation to address the unique challenges they face. I urge the trade unions to maintain your collective bargaining mandate. Your role is more vital than ever. The minimum wage is a crucial safety net, but it should not replace the negotiations that can lead to a living wage and better benefits and working conditions for all workers. By standing together and engaging in collective bargaining, we can ensure that the minimum wage is not seen as a ceiling, but rather as a foundation upon which we can build a more just and equitable workplace. Let us not allow complacency to set in. Instead, let us use this opportunity to advocate for the advancement that benefit all workers in our beloved country. In closing, let us celebrate this moment as a victory for collective will and determination. Together, we are laying the groundwork for a more just and equitable Namibia, a country where every worker contribution is recognized and valued. Thank you very much. I now invite questions from our esteemed public and members of the media. I think that is, in short, what I wanted to convey to my fellow patriotic Namibians, to the workers, as well as to the employers. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Your Honorable, for that informative briefing. It's truly, like you said, it's the first time for Namibia to make such transformation progress towards the workers. Thank you very much. And we value your presence here today. And once again, thank you very much. We have come to the end of our discussion. Thank you very much, Namibia, for tuning in today. And from me, Twafi Shafombabi, and the rest of the crew here at the GIC, it's goodbye.